Hi everyone, it's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. If you're watching this on the replay, so thank you for popping in and watching. I appreciate you taking a time out of your day to spend time with me. So I've had a request from one of my Stampin' Up! Demo friends to do some baby cards, and I've just looked at my shelf and gone, oh, I don't actually have that many baby stamps. There is one called Wildly Happy, which another demo friend actually gave to my daughter, but my sister Esther, Stampin' Style Creations, is currently borrowing it, so I haven't got that to play with. The only remotely babyish ones that I would say that even have a hint of a baby sentiment or a congratulatory type thing is Fable Friends, which of course is totally adorable, and does have the darling baby sentiment in it. And then there's this one here, which is called Animal Outing, and is suitable, kind of suitable for babies, I guess. It's got that little kangaroo with a koala in its pouch, which I've never quite understood why a koala would be sitting in a kangaroo pouch, but there we go. That's the way Stampin' Up! Have designed it. And it also has, yay, Heidi! It also does have Welcome Little One there as well. So I am a little bit stuck for baby stamps, but when I was thinking about what I was going to do, the whole kind of, I wanted to kind of give you some ideas of what you could do without a baby stamp, and yeah, just give you some inspiration really, and also talk about colours, because traditionally, you know, we tend to go for the whole pink and blue thing in the West. It's not necessarily something that the whole world adheres to, especially in places like China. Pink is not associated with a girl colour, as a female colour. It's just a colour. So so that's very interesting sort of understand how colour is perceived and used differently. So my first idea for a one sheet wonder style type card is to either do two strips of sort of like stamping and decoration through here, and just to kind of maybe use a few little spots and dots and things like that, just to do a little bit of a cluster. Now I had a look at the stamps I've got, and at the moment, unless I grab a retired stamp set, I don't have anything that has like little hearts or stars. Well, I do have stars, sorry, tell a lie, I do have stars, but I don't have anything with little hearts or little hands or little feet or anything like that. But I do have some other things. I have got these little boats here from Lily Pad Lake. So we'll get started making a neutral type design, and then we're just going to wing it and kind of go from there. So I'm going to grab some random stamps that have the odd kind of like dot here. Look, you see these little funny dots. So you don't have to have the same stamps as me. Just raid your stash, see what you can find, and as long as it sort of looks like a bit of a dot, that's what we're going to use. So, like, look, in here we've got a funny little dot there. We've got these sort of dots here, these here. We're just going to create a bit of a background, really. So there we go. Hi, Denise. Lovely to see you. Let's start with something light, and then we'll. I'm a bit stuck. We'll see if this works out. Take this one out of here. Take that one. Get that dot there on the go. That one. This is going. I'm just warning you. This is going to be a very stamp-heavy video. All right, we're going to be using lots of different stamp sets, but. So if you don't have lots of stamp sets, look away now. But if you do, go and raid them. Go and have a look and see what you can grab that's just sort of like splitty, splotty, splatty kind of images that will cluster up well together. and see what you can create. All right. Quiet. It is a bit of a quiet evening. I don't know where everybody is. It's okay though. People tend to watch it on the replay, so it's fine. So we'll do a little bit of a stripe of interest through the middle. Kind of do it random-ish. Not really particularly thinking about it too much. Try not to... Oh dear, I was a bit fast then. Move my stamp. Right, let's do that. And then I've gone for gender neutral colours here. I've got yellow and purple. And I've got a bit of green there as well. Just because I thought sometimes you might not know who you're giving it to yet. You know, you don't, or you might not know the sex of the child yet. So you just want to make some baby cards to have in your stash ready, but then you can add the sentiment on later, or you can just make the adjustment with your message, can't you? I'll do these two slightly different, so I'll stick with this one to start off with, and then there we go. This is a bit. Now this is Highland Heather. And I guess what's nice about this process is that it's just about experimenting with, you know, shapes on shapes and seeing what, you know, what happens really. It's no kind of strict, I don't know, no rules to this one. You know, sometimes I do things that are very specific, but not tonight. It's about kind of playing with all these lovely textures and things. Now just be aware though, if you're stamping mixing colours, obviously purple on top of that yellow does change it slightly. Oh, is that not in focus? Okay, is that better? Okay, so this one is a slightly textured one. This is the middle of the daisy from, is it Daisy Lane stamp set? So, as I said, this is all about just grabbing what you have and just applying this type of process. Please don't be going out and buying special stamps to do this. It's just about having some fun. And then we're going to grab our little sentiment. If you've only got one little baby. You see in this one here, well said, there is a baby one there. And I thought there was a welcome. Oh yes, welcome baby. So you could have welcome baby on that one. But Fabled Friends, it's got darling baby. Should we go with darling baby? That's quite sweet. Get the right one. There we go. Don't like the pink and blue baby cards. Glad you're making something different. Oh, good. I'm pleased you're pleased. Right, looks like this one's had some ink on it before, so I'm just going to do that in a darkish colour. So that's going to be one card and that's going to be one card. So I'm going to try and pop that there. A little bit skew-with. So I'm going to pretend that I meant to do it that way by just stamping it a few times. See what I did? Excuse me. Oh dear, when I laugh I start coughing. Oh, that's a little bit skew-with as well, so we'll just do that. There we go. Just make it a texture. Just do it a few times and then, you know, it looks like it's meant to be that way, doesn't it? Now, somewhere, I don't know if I still have it, but a few years ago I had a couple of little stamps. Actually, I might still have them. They've got these tiny little feet and tiny little hand prints. And I stamped that, you know, I had those stamped. And so if you do have anything like that in your collection, then it might be worth grabbing those out. I'm just going to have a quick look to see if I can find them. in my slightly sort of contraband pile of stuff that's not Stampin' Up. Oh, here we go. Oh, found them. So these are not Stampin' Up as far as I know. Who's this? Hero Arts. So these are little hands. I wish I had little smaller feet, but I also have this stamp, this little feet stamp, which every so often Stampin' Up do come out with a little feet and hand set, but they've never come out with ones with sort of quite the same size as this, which I find really useful. I think this is a really cute little size. But no, the hands one is really fun because you can put the little handprints through collage, which I think I will. I know it's not Stampin' Up, but it just goes to show that, you know, if you do make baby cards, sometimes there are just specific stamps that are useful to have in your collection, that if you do see it, get it. All right, just get them, because they are handy. Right, let's get an is it welcome little one? Oh no, it's separate. Oh, stuff it. Right, I'll just go for this. Right, I'll just go and stamp the sentiment first, so I know where that's going to be. Right, that's there, and there. Then I'll do a few little handprints. There we go. Aren't they cute? Don't tell anybody. Yeah, don't tell anyone. That's it. A friend of mine's daughter's having a baby in January. This would be perfect. There we go. There we go. Right, so oh, I've done that one. Right, the other colour that I think is fairly gender neutral is like a turquoisey colour. So, I mean, Bermuda Bay, I think in particular, is quite a nice turquoise. So, especially if you stamp it off a few times as well, you get that lovely lighter shading. Now, where's Vicky? Vicky Allenson is a person that asked me to do this video. She's probably going to watch it on the replay. She might not be up yet, but she's the one that actually requested that I did a baby one. Can someone wake her up, please? Denise, are you in Australia? I'm really not thinking too much about where I'm putting these yellows, because every so often I look and go, oh, that doesn't look right. Right, should we do some of the greens as well now? Should we do green splodges? I'm not doing my rule of kind of looking for gaps, so I need to start doing that now. Look for the gaps and fill the gap. It's a bit of a blobby mess, to be honest. You know what it is? I tell you what's not working for me. These shapes are too similar in size. That is the problem. That is the problem I'm having. With this one, I had that slightly larger, yellower one. So we've got the contrast of different shapes and sizes. So what I'm going to do is bring in this circle here, which is an outline as well. So that just adds an extra dimension. So just be aware of that. If a design isn't working for you, just sit back and have a think about it. Think, you know, have I got enough contrast of shape? That might be the problem, which is definitely the problem here. So there we go. That's better. Got some contrasting shapes happening now. That's good. Okay. You see how that just changes it, doesn't it? They kind of look like bubbles as well, which is quite fun, isn't it? Hi, Sheila. There we go. That's better. I'm feeling much happier now with that. I think I might even come in with a little bit more of the Sahara sand. So just to recap the colours I'm using at the moment, I've got, what's that, pineapple, is that pineapple punch? Yeah. Pineapple punch, granny apple green, Highland heather, and Sahara sand as my neutral, just to kind of help ground it all a little bit. And for those who've just joined, we're doing baby cards, but kind of gender neutral ones, so that if you don't know the sex of the baby, you can... I didn't get notice on this one. Oh, Sheila. What is YouTube playing at? So were you just on YouTube and noticed that I was live then? Oh, I tell you what I haven't used, the stars. Let me see if I can find a little star. Oh, actually, a star on this one would look quite nice, wouldn't it? Especially as an outline one. Oh, Jacqueline didn't get a notification either. Tut tut. Tut tut, YouTube. Look at, see, that makes all the difference, just having a contrasting shape in there. Oops. Okay, so is everyone following me, following my logic with this and what I'm saying? If you ever want me to clarify anything, you know, please say. Because it makes sense in my head. Doesn't necessarily mean that I'm talking sense. There's this tiny weeny little star and I'm paranoid of losing it. Yes, miss, says Denise. Yes. I know you didn't say miss, but I can imagine you all going. You're 99% packed for the move. Don't pack your iPad or your phone, will you? You want to still be able to watch me. Let's get these stars in here as well, these tiny little ones. These are so cute. I imagine they're probably not showing up too well on the screen, but they do look very cute. Right, I'll bring you in a bit closer. Oh, Greg is having his triple bypass. Oh, Vanessa. Lots of love and prayers. Okay, is that better? Can you see that? There we go. And then... Hi, Marilyn. Just saw you come on, sorry. Right, shall we see what that looks like cut up, or shall I move on to a next one? Love it, says Denise. Good. Hi, Eileen. Cut it up, says Reet. Okay. I'm a cutting. Right, so let's have a look. Oh, I haven't got many bases to show this off on. I've only got a little bit of old olive. But anyway, it gives you an idea, doesn't it, of what that looks like. And then I've got that one there. I think that's perfectly acceptable for a little baby card. Yeah. Right, let's quickly do another one. If you're diabetic, be aware you can have what they call silent heart attacks. Oh, tell us more about that, please, Vanessa. Right, I want to use Fable Friends, but I'm going to mask him off. I know I've done this technique before, but there's no harm going over it again. Because these masks are already done in here, so makes sense to use them. But we could use similar stamps again. I know what about stamping him in the Bermuda Bay? We'll just do those two to start off with. Put my little wear bit over the top. I might add a little bit of pink in a minute, just for a bit of fun. Let's just do it very kind of fun and funky. Not take it too seriously, this design. Hi Marsha, nice to see you. Diabetes damages nerves. He didn't always feel the heart attack. If he hadn't had the stress test, he would have had a massive heart attack within 3 months. Wowzers. So how often does he go for his diabetic checkups? I presume if you know you've got diabetes though and you have it quite severely, do you have these checkups anyway? These circles are from Daisy Delight. This one here. So for those who have just joined, I was saying at the beginning that if you don't have necessarily baby stamps, what I'm trying to do is get you to think about stamps you already have that might be fun just to create textures in the background. That if you know, even if you just have one baby stamp, you can then use it to create fun backgrounds with. So that's kind of my aim today with these, that you don't necessarily have to be buying a baby set to make a baby card. So, oh, this daisy seems apt, doesn't it, to go with the Peter Rabbit. There we go. He has type 2, so he only went once a year. Gosh, you see, I would have associated that with type 1, but so even with type 2 you have to be careful. See, I'm wondering whether to put that leaf in, but I think the leaf might be just a bit too much. What about just some grass? Just as a little bit of a different texture. Nature's Beauty would probably be good. Yes! Now I've ordered that. I have, I think, got that one coming to me soon. Or I'm about to order it, I think. Oh gosh, I'm going to have to check back. Oh yes, no, I did order it, and by accident a few months ago I ordered some things to go to a different address, because it was a lady who I do workshops with in town, and it goes to her studio, and I forgot to change the address, so I've messaged her to say, you're going to be getting a parcel that's addressed for me. So need to go and pick it up. Actually, it might arrive tomorrow, so I might need to go into town and see if it's arrived. Okay. Oh, I'm liking this grassy. It's very sort of ethereal, isn't it? Let's get you a bit closer. Not better. The Thank You, and that's one of my favourites. Right. Oh, we've got those pretty little stars. Or should we not do stars? Should we do some more of those little turquoise circles? I think let's keep it with a more nature theme, a sort of earthy nature, as opposed to you know, space. I think that should be it. I don't know whether just to do some more little sort of dotty things. Slightly different. Oh, I have that one. But I want to do that in a paler blue. I think that would be a bit too dark, that one. Pool Party. And don't forget also to make use of the mask by actually stamping around it, because if you avoid the mask, it almost looks like there's like a halo around the bunny. So, you know, make sure you do use the mask because it's there. Right, I feel like we need to just ground the rabbit a little bit onto some kind of grass or something. So I'm just going to use this one as a bit of a, to have him sort of sitting on a little bit of grass. There we go. Right, shall we see what he looks like? Ooh, nearly dropped my ink pad. Let's pull out a little bit. Ooh. There we go. Oh, he needs colouring in now, doesn't he? He looks a little bit anemic. Hi, Linda. Yeah, he just needs a little bit of colour, doesn't he? Let's. He looks a bit pale. What's this one? Light crumb cake. A ghost bunny. Oh no, that's not good. We can't have that, can we? Let's just colour him in a bit. Or her. Could be a her. Well, maybe it should be in a turquoise bunny. Seems I did stamp him in turquoise, didn't I? Okay, Jacqueline. Well, I need to get ready for work and find my winter clothes. 34 Celsius leaving for work. 13. Wow, that's a bit of a drop, isn't it? Yeah, you definitely need different clothes if that's the temperature. Have a good day. That's better. Doesn't look so anemic now. Hi, Christine. There we go. Non-anemic bunny. Go for dark crumb cake. Oh, should we go for... Could go for a bluey bunny. Let's go for a blue bunny. I think this is pool party. These are kind of just a bit of a fun psychedelic bunny. If you do like this rabbit and you like him in a bit more of a fun fashion, there's a video probably around springtime last year that I did where I did watercolouring with him, but I end up kind of doing it very much my way and just literally kind of blobbed the colour on and went for it. Now this is soft sea foam, so I'm just going to put a bit of this on here because I just need something lighter to blend in. Oh, that's not too bad. It's just a bit of an alternative bunny. There we go. It's having fun. Note to self, when cutting masks, make sure the sticky part is facing down. I cut a whole lot on my machine yesterday and all had the... Oh, Vanessa. That's a pain. Oh, my pen bit fell off. Well, I'm going to give him a green jacket. I hope he doesn't look too sick. You can get those very cute bunnies. Oh, there's a company called Jellycat in the UK and they do the softest little bunnies for babies and children. And they are, some of them are that colour. So there we go. Ah, thank you. So Christine's seen that version. Woot woot. Yeah. I started off trying to be all very neat and tidy and then ended up making a big old fun mess. There we go. Right, that's it. I'm not doing any more for that. Now, I'm sure I did have another idea. Oh, something with the boats. Oh, and gingham. That was it. Right. Let's just make sure I don't lose any of these stamps. I'm just going to pop them on a block. Yeah, I thought of using the gingham. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off now. So that... Vicky! Hi, Bobby. Right, Vicky, I hope you're happy because you requested this. I've already done one. So this is my psychedelic bunny, okay? Because I don't really have many baby stamps. So I've kind of made this up as I've gone along. I'll show you the other one in a second if you can hold on. There we go. So this needs a little bit more of a design at the bottom, really. Unless you want to put your sentiment down there. That's doable. Oh, yeah, watch the replay, it's fine. All right, so I haven't got time to do it now, but I would go over that and just add a little bit more to the base of that one. Right, I wanted to do something with a buffalo check. Now, what about we do it in the yellow, so it's really subtle, so we can still add extra stamping over the top of it. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put that there in the middle. I'm literally just going to whap that there. Do that. Oh, hi Linda. When did you join? Make something with animal outing. I'll try, Reet. I do have it, and I must admit I don't use it very much. Shall I get it out now? Yeah, I've just never understood that one. Although to me that is the one that lends itself more for a baby card, I guess. Because it's got the pouch. We're going to make it work. Work it, work it, work it. I know that's a bit of an inappropriate quote. Well, kind of. It's from a film. What film is it, everybody? Oh, you've seen a koala? Seriously, in real life, Vicky? Does that actually happen? Do koalas sit in kangaroos' pouches? Well, if Vicky says it happens, it must happen. Okay, so this is very much collage stamping, where you just kind of like put seemingly random stuff together and hope it works. Okay, I want to hear... Oh, you haven't seen it. Pretty Woman. Yes, Vicky, you're quite right. Work it, work it, work it. It's a slightly unfortunate context, but it works in this situation, doesn't it? You've got to kind of just work it until it works. Oh, I pushed a little bit too hard there. Now, sometimes when you've got these stamps that have got a blob in the middle, you can actually cut out the middle, or you have to just make sure that the middle is really pushed down well, because they do have a tendency to pop up. I've noticed that on some of the newer stamps that Stampin' Up have done, if it's a circle like that, they actually cut the middle out. Or a flower or something. That's quite handy. I'm glad they started doing that. Right, let's get a blob. Oh, I've got the star here. We could have some little... Oh, let's have some little blue stars. Hi, Kay. Right, so let's just... Oh, these are not very bright. Sorry about that. Get that out of the way. get these on now. Okay, then I've got this little blob here. So we could do... Yeah, they are stiff to start off with. They do loosen up over time. You just got to kind of keep... Work it. You've got to just keep working it, basically. Work it, work it, work it. I'll give you a little tip in a second, though, if you're finding it hard to sort of push me, pull you with them. I will show you now. Now in a minute. Sorry, it's a very Welsh thing to say. Now in a minute. Now I've got to try not to make these blobs look like kangaroo poo. That's the only problem. Right. Okay, if you're finding it tricky to open these, I did see a nifty trick. Rather than trying to do it like that, where you're pulling up that way, is actually go to the other end and push down like that. Okay, see that? Whoop. This one's a bit stiffer. Yeah, there we go. I mean, they do loosen up. This is... I've had that one for a little while. Let's see what the Rococo Rose is like. That one's a newer one to me. No, that's loosened up a little bit. But yeah, so look. Whoop. Oh, no. There we go. Yeah. So you just push down. Well, you see where it says there in colour. Oh, it's not on the others. Sorry. So not on the dots there, but just inside. Just push down. And it only, yeah, it doesn't take much pressure just to get it open, and then you can just flick it. Okay. I worked one so hard yesterday it flew across the lounge room. Oops. Right, shall I do pink daisies on one of these? That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? So this really is about creating some pretty patterns, and then you can, you know, do a sentiment afterwards. And playing with the juxtaposition of the different shapes against other shapes. So what we could do is we could do stars. The purple stars. That's how I open mine, otherwise my fingers are full of ink. Ah, yes, right. It's closing it is my problem. That's when I get ink on me. On the way out. Good morning, Ellen. Australia's awake. Right, I haven't used any colour to kind of ground the design. Where's it gone? There we go. Yeah, I get ink on my thumb. There'll be so many videos that you've seen of me where the ink is on my thumb. Right, so this little dotty thing has come in useful just to help ground the design, you know, give some extra texture. And I know I haven't masked it off, but I don't think it really needed it. What could we stamp? Baby. We've got a baby in here, haven't we? There it is. Baby, baby. Baby, don't leave me. All by myself. Watching the replay from Australia. This is not a replay, Tonya. You're actually watching this live. unless you're a little bit behind, in which case you'll hear me say this in a few minutes, which is really weird. Because sometimes you can join a live, but you can skip forward to real time, or you can watch it like a few seconds and a few minutes behind. So weird, isn't it? Messes with my mind, all that. Baby, baby. You know what? I'm just going to use the baby as a image. Baby, oh baby. Seems we're going fully down the whole collage effect route. Who needs to use a sentiment stamp as a sentiment, eh? Just use it as a image. Which is quite cute. Bit different. But, you know, modern baby. Don't forget the corners. Right. I like it. Oh, you are watching the end and then you're going to go back. Okay, Sonia. Yeah, you see, sometimes people comment and it turns out that they're watching 5 minutes ago. But they are watching the video, which, oh, it's just bizarre. Right, that's that one. Balloons. Yes, Kay, that's a good idea. I don't have any balloon stamps, but yes, I agree. It's a good challenge to kind of make a baby card without a specifically baby stamp set. I mean, I know, yeah, apart from Fable Friends, but also just to do something different with it, rather than your typical pastel pinks and baby blues, and you know, it's such a Western kind of thought, really, to do it that way. This is just a bit different, isn't it? Right, so if I just do a quick recap on what we've done. What's Vanessa saying? I'm on Gold Coast but moving to Kapalaba. Right, so there's that one and that one. Then there was these ones. These were pretty much the same. Green and gold Aussie sport colours in those cards. Ah, there we go. That's good. Oh, where did I put the Peter Rabbit ones? Oh, for goodness sake, Ruth. Thank you, Geraldine. I've lost one. I've lost a set though. The Peter Rabbit one. Sorry, I keep coughing. Put it in my little box. Sometimes I put things straight in my little box ready for mounting. Oh, that's just so weird. It was the bunny, wasn't it? The one with the psychedelic bunny. amongst yourselves. Can anyone skip back and see which direction I put them in? I thought I saw you put them above. Oh yeah, you're right. Thanks, Vic. It was under a stamp set. Yeah, I can't decide if I prefer the blue bunny or the brown bunny. Blue bunny looks a little bit ill, to be quite honest. I think it might need a different bit of colour on him. Just to jazz him up a bit. But anyway, the point was that you can just do something a bit funky. Yeah, he does look a bit cold, you're right. Maybe if I go over him with a bit of crumb cake, it might be better. You're going to be a first-time grandma in Feb. Ah, awesome. Let's just warm him up with a bit of crumb cake. There we go. He looks a bit better already. He looks like he's got a bit of blood running through him now. Might give him a bit of ground to sit on as well. That's a bit better. He needs a hot water bottle to warm his paws, yes. Yeah, but anyway, the whole point was just to create these really funky backgrounds in genderish neutral colours, and then have it in your stash, and then when you know if it's a girl or a boy, if you so wish, you can then add pink and blue or whatever other colours. So that's the idea behind that one, that's got a little bit of pink to it. But otherwise these are kind of quite just funky yellow green. So yes, he looks like he's got a transfusion. That stamp's got to be the most adorable and sweetest stamps ever from Stampin' Up. You know what, I have to agree with you there, Geraldine. Yeah, it is. As soon as I saw it, it was just like, oh, fall in love with him. It could be because there's a certain element of nostalgia and what that image represents for so many people. And, you know, it's the big eyes and all that sort of thing. So, yeah, I think, yeah, I think most of us read stories with little creatures in that we loved, whether it was Peter Rabbit or Brambley Hedge or that kind of thing. If you haven't read Brambley Hedge, I suggest you get a copy of that. It's about little mice, not rabbits, but mice. It's very cute. He just needed a bit extra colour, so I thought I'd put some extra colour on him. There's a nose as well. There we go. That's better. Yes, absolutely, Beatrice Potter. There we go. Right, that's it. I'm off to bed. Road trip to Western Australia next year. I love the little blue ones. Oh, thank you. There we go. Yeah, you Aussies. You find out where you all live. You should go and visit each other. So it's raining here and I'm cold too. Only 61 degrees. Yes, I'm a wimp. That's why I live in Arizona. Oh, bless. Right, thank you for your company, everybody. Lovely to see you all. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you for popping over. I hope these have been inspirational. I will take photos and eventually they'll go on my blog with possibly a sped up version of this. I did a lot of work on downloading videos and editing and taking photos and stuff like that today to try and catch up with all the content that I'm churning out, so that there's some more concise videos and more and photographs to go with everything. So, oh, and the other thing I was working on was my Stampin' Sunday blog hop, which takes place. Eek, is it this Sunday? Oh my goodness, it's this Sunday. Well, thankfully, I've done the projects. I filmed it. I photographed them. I just need to write the blog post. So, yeah, that's all ready to go. So thank you so much for your time, everybody. Take care and have a great day wherever you are. Bye.